Our discussion of transformations continues today when we talk about rotations. A rotation is the pre-image, occurs when the pre-image is turned about a fixed point, the center of rotation. So basically what we have is, if you can look at these pictures here, we have rays that are drawn from the center of rotation to a pre-image point and its image point. They form an angle called the angle of rotation. So right here is our pre-image. And if you can imagine, we would have a ray drawn from, say, our center of rotation to points on this image. And the rays are also drawn to where, I'm sorry, to our, the first ray was drawn to the pre-image, the second ray is drawn to the image. And here we create an angle of rotation. So basically what we're doing is we're just rotating this particular figure, this flag, and we end up with our image as our new point, or as our new figure. So that's all we've done, is we've rotated it. We start again, so if we look at this one, with our pre-image. This is our fixed point, our center of rotation. Imagine that we're drawing a ray to our pre-image and then also to our image. And we're just rotating this about that angle. So we're taking this picture and rotating it and ending up with our new image. So now, let's continue on. Rotational symmetry is when a figure can be mapped onto itself by a rotation of 180 degrees or less. So what we're thinking about here is, can we rotate these figures and get the same picture back again? So, well, let's look at this. This is made up of 6 sections, and they're all identical. So you can imagine that if you just rotated this, so if you took 360 degrees, let me erase what I just drew here, 360 degrees, and you divided it by the 6 identical sections, that would give you 60 degrees. If you rotated this 60 degrees, you'd still have the same picture back again. Now, so in this case, this has rotational symmetry of 60 degrees. Let's look at this picture. It looks like we have 5 identical sections. So if we took 360 degrees and divided it by 5, we would end up with 72 degrees. So if we rotated this 72 degrees, we would have rotational symmetry. And you can keep doing that. The thing is, you can keep going with that. So you could, for instance, this first one, you could rotate it 60 degrees, then you could also rotate it 120 degrees, and you can rotate it up to 180 degrees and still have this. With this figure, you can rotate it 72 degrees, then you can rotate it another 72. So end up with 144, and to put a 4 here, and still have rotational symmetry. Still get the same figure you started with. Now, here's the Chevy bow tie symbol. Now, can we rotate this? Well, we wouldn't be able to rotate it 90 degrees because we wouldn't get the same picture back, but we could rotate it 180 degrees and get the same picture back again. Now this one, we've got 6 identical sections. So again, we'll take 360 divided by 6, so we get 60 degrees. So we could rotate it 60 degrees and get the same picture back. And then we could also rotate it 120 degrees and then 180 degrees. So just adding 60 more on each time and still get the same figures back. So that is it for today. We'll be doing some work with this in class, and thank you for joining me.